In this video, we have new leaks on things we should expect to see in the future patch 5.10. What's going on, guys? It's your host Sergeant Frost, and today we have a news update. This news update will focus on the new PBE notes that just came public with the most recent PBE update today. There are quite a few changes to a couple notable agents in this patch, so let's take a dive into what could potentially shake up the meta if these changes make it into the main game. Let's start off with the agent updates. First up in the agent updates, we finally have some new buffs and changes to Cypher. Cypher's maximum tripwire length has been increased from 1000 to 1500. Neural theft now reveals enemies 2 times. There is a 4-second delay between the reveals. The time restriction to cast on enemy corpses has been removed. Maximum cast distance has increased from 1200 to 1800 too. On top of these buffs, we're getting some quality of life changes to Cypher as well. They have updated the yellow silhouette used for Cypher's reveal on spy cam and neural theft. The yellow silhouette now disappears if the revealed enemy becomes visible to you to help reduce confusion of seeing 2 representations of the enemy in different places. The yellow silhouette now starts dimmer and fades faster to make it more distinguishable from an actual enemy. Cypher's place utility is no longer destroyed by allies' AoE damage. All in all, these Cypher changes are great for making his kit more valuable and honestly more usable in the current meta. Will these buffs and changes be enough to make him dethrone Chamber or replace Killjoy? Probably not. But they are a good step in the right direction to bring him back from the pits of irrelevance in the meta. Moving on, let's talk about Fade. Fade has been dominant for a little too long in the devs' eyes, so they're going to try to tame her power a bit with a couple of nerfs to her Prowlers and her ultimate. Prowler's duration has been reduced from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. The delay on bite after reaching a target has been increased from 0.4 seconds to 0.6 seconds. There are new hitbox improvements on the Prowlers too. The near sight duration on hit has been reduced from 3.5 seconds to 2.75 seconds. And lastly, the Prowlers now fizzle out and no longer debuff instead of debuffing its target if they teleported away before it finished its animation. The devs have stated that Prowlers can be a bit difficult to play against when you're on the opposing side as Fade, so they want to tone back on its power a bit to give people more of a fighting chance to either run away from these things or destroy them in an effort to add more counterplay. These changes are not meta-defining as they are not going to kill Fade because her main value lies in her info gathering, but they will be felt on the receiving end as players will have more of a chance to deal with them accordingly. The last change to Fade is on her Nightfall, as the cost has been increased from 7 ultimate points up to 8. As the devs have stated in the past, they believe that the baseline value of her ultimate is on the higher end compared to other ultimates in the game, so they are tuning it accordingly. For general changes, there is a menus update. Having heard the pain caused by removing one-click access to most of the menus, the devs have returned that functionality in the form of icon buttons and the universal navigation at the top of the screen. You'll now be able to jump from home to battle pass to agents to career to collection and store with one click from anywhere. If you're not sure what icon is what, hover over them to help familiarize yourself. In bug fixes, they are focusing on 2 agents with this update, Harbor and Astra. The devs have fixed a bug where Harbor's Cascade would sometimes spawn under the map. They have fixed a bug where Harbor's Cascade target on the minimap would shorten when aiming up or down even though the Cascade would travel the same distance. The devs have fixed a bug where Harbor's Cascade targeter on the minimap was slightly shorter than the actual distance it would travel. And for Astra, the devs have fixed a bug where Astra could cast a fake nebula right at the start of the round before her star charged up. Finally, for known issues, the button highlight coloring state inconsistencies on the new universal navigation buttons for home, battle pass, agents, career, collection, and store. And finally, selected universal navigation icons do not navigate to the selected menu when they are used from the sub-nav menu. Well everyone, that is all we have for this PBE update. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel. This has been your host Sergeant Frost, and good luck on the grind for the rest of the act.